S is for Sunflower, a Kansas alphabet. Written by Devin and Corey Cillian and illustrated by Doug Bowles. A. We can do a lot of traveling with our first letter A on the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. But it's also aviation with pilots and planes galore. Maybe the beautiful prairie sky makes Kansans want to soar. B. They once crowded the Kansas plain and stretched to the far horizon. B is a burly buffalo, also known as bison. And B is for the bushel basket nailed up on a wall. For Kansans, there's a special love for the game of basketball. From Coffeyville to Colby, Clay Center to Chanute, C is a colossal combine, wheat pouring from its chute. A C for crops and a C for cattle. It might not be on the label, but think of how much Kansas is on your dinner table. Dig your denim and a duster too. Put on your cowboy best. We'll find our D right here in Dodge City, center of the wild, wild west. Here they drove cattle on the Texas Trail under a frontier sun, and good, brave men like Wyatt Earp kept outlaws on the run. E is for the explorers who dare to dream of flight. It's Joe Engle and Ron Evans rocketing out of sight. And it's heroic Amelia Earhart, aloft and soaring free, becoming the first woman to fly across the sea. F is for the forts that guard the Kansas plains, built to protect the pioneers in westward wagon trains. And F is also freedom, let it live in lasting glory, that the fight to keep all people free is the heart of the Kansas story. A G for giddy up and a gallop through the past, for the giant Kansas legends on horses trim and fast. Men like Wild Bill Hickok charging up a hill, and William Frederick Cody, better known as Buffalo Bill. A great big H for Hutchinson, home of the Kansas State Fair. H is also for Harvey House, for you may not be aware that Fred Harvey thought most restaurants served their food too slow. Think of that next time you're asked, would you like your food order to go? A little boy from Abilene, do you think anyone knew that he'd grow up to lead the way to winning World War II? I is for Ike, that Kansas boy who grew to hold such power, the 34th President of the United States, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Feel that beat, that American tune with style and such pizzazz. The most American sound of all is the swinging sound of jazz. So a jiving J for the Kansas legends playing a jazzy ditty like Coleman Hawkins and Charlie Parker jamming in Kansas City. And Kansas City gives us K, though one city's really two. With one in Kansas and one in Missouri, there's twice as much to do. Whether it's beef or barbecue, the food is worth the trip. So settle in with a knife and fork and a Kansas City strip. A pioneer family in a home on the plains can sound rather ordinary, but not in Laura Ingalls Wilder's Little House on the Prairie. And an L for Langston, as in Langston Hughes, truly one of a kind, helping the world understand the African American mind. We're off to Kansas's largest lake. Lake Milford gives us M, another M for the meadowlark singing his morning hymn. Our state bird song is sweet and pure, the sign of a Kansas spring. Maybe hearing the meadowlark made Martina McBride want to sing. N is for Native Americans of today and long ago. To them the land was paradise with its sea of buffalo. The people of the South Wind were here when settlers came, so salute the Kansas Indians who gave the state its name. Look at the O's in the Olympic rings. O is for Olympiad. Kansans have been among the greatest the games have ever had. The strength of Al Order, Lynette Woodard's grace, the way that Billy Mills ran, and a drape of a gold medal on Maurice Green, the world's fastest man. A P for all the Pizza Huts. They're such a common sight, and there's a little bit of Kansas in each and every bite. And a great big P for Gordon Parks. His camera and his pen showed the world a man is more than the color of his skin. You'll find our Q in Kansas fields with its brown speckled tail. Rustle the brush, and straight for the sky flies a bevy of bobwhite quail. And head to Quinter for a tower of stone, quite a sight you'll agree. The castle rock is standing guard, left over from an ancient sea. A flag of blue and crimson, a banner of purple satin. One proudly waves in Lawrence, the other in Manhattan. R is raucous rivalry. What kind of fan are you? Do you cheer for the Cats of Kansas State or the Hawks of old KU? An S for a stand of sunflowers swaying in the sun. Take a look at the Kansas flag and you'll find another one. Lovely and bright, but rugged and tough. Sound like someone you know? The yellow sunflower is very much like the people who live in its glow. A capital T for a capital town. The governor calls it home. A capital T for Topeka and its towering copper dome. And T is for tornado. Every Kansas school child knows where to go and what to do when the tornado sirens blow. U is for the umber color the prairie grass turns in fall, under a sky of ultramarine in summer's certain call. It's the understand beauty of the Flint Hills at dawn, the golden plains where earth and sky go on and on and on. V is for the visitors who came and decided to stay. They came from all over Europe and changed the Kansas way. They brought us brand new customs and brand new foods to eat, just like the Volga Germans who brought a brand new wheat. Think of the city of Wichita next time you're in the air. The city's airplane makers might have put you there. And W stands for women, so many pioneers, the wonderful Kansas women who forged new frontiers. Draw an X on the USA on the lower 48. You'll find the lines will meet right here in our very central state. It's near the town of Lebanon that X will come to rest, the exact geographic center of the continental US. A Kansas girl in ruby slippers, a witch as green as a toad. We're off to see the Wizard of Oz. Y is for the yellow brick road. Oz was lovely, but Dorothy found no matter where she'd roam, she'd much prefer her Kansas farm, for there's no place like home. On a classic Kansas day, you'll fly your kite with ease, zipping through the blue on the zesty Kansas breeze. Z is for Zephyr, a Kansas zephyr, making the windmills go, for seldom comes a Kansas day when the wind doesn't blow.